Hello, this is Ian Noel Camilotes for Entertainment Media, and this is ChatterBox. Hello, this is Ian Noel Camilotes for Entertainment Media, and I'm here with cosplayer Starbuxx. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So I wanted to start off, first of all, to ask you, what got you into cosplay?
Ever since I was a little girl, I have loved dressing up, and that has never stopped.
Okay. Were there any characters that stood out to you growing up that you wanted to cosplay and eventually got to?
Zelda, she might have been one of the first ones. She's just so gorgeous. I have to do some version of her. I've done one version so far, but I want to do more. But also Evangelion, I just love the plug suits and just the whole vibe. So yeah, there's a lot. My list right now is very long, so.
Okay. What stands out for the characters that you want to really cosplay then?
I'm not too picky. I do love a passion project where I'm cosplaying something I really love. Like, certain Genshin characters like Evangelion or whatever. But I love a really cute costume. Like, I definitely have costumes of characters that I don't know as well, but the vibes were, immaculate. Like, I don't play Nikkei, but, the all-pink suit for Alice, I mean, my whole office is pink, my car is pink. You're going to tell me I can't cosplay her? Absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of pink, so I'm like, this is perfect.
Okay. Are there any characters that you really love, but it's one of those you don't really want to cosplay? It's one of those, really like the character, but it's something that you feel either is too difficult or something that doesn't fit with what you like to cosplay?
Definitely. If something's a little too mundane, I don't always want to cosplay. If it's just a schoolgirl uniform or really casual clothes, I'm not super inspired to cosplay it. If that character has a more elaborate version, let's say Yor from Spy X Family, her little red outfit with the black dress, it is not that interesting to me personally, but the dress when she's murdering people, love.
Speaking of that, it's interesting you brought up Yor, because with a lot of the cosplayers, there's always, in terms of the poses and the locations and everything, how do you decide on the poses and the locations that you want to use for a lot of your photo shoots?
So often I have a home studio, which sounds fancier than it is. It's really just a white roll of paper on a backdrop and I light it or whatever. So I do a lot of home studio stuff. Poses, I go off of vibes. I don't know. So lore moment. I used to be a professional fashion model back in the day, so I feel I already was conditioned to pose, and so it kind of comes out. It helps with cosplay for sure. It really helps for photo shoots. But you look at the character, you get her vibes. She's not gonna be all cutesy. She's gonna be more murdery. So
okay,
just kind of knowing the vibe of the character helps.
Do you also think about some of the poses the characters do in the anime that they're in as well?
Yeah, if you look up a photo, if you Google the character. And the first 10 minutes are going to give you a good idea of her vibe and what kind of poses she would do.
Okay. What are some of the hobbies that you do in conjunction with cosplay outside of just cosplay and photo shoots?
I have a lot of hobbies. I also do the photography and editing for all my photos, so I love doing that. I love getting a little full SD card, walking to the cafe by my house, getting a boba, and just editing for a few hours. Big fan of doing that every weekend. I love to paint. Well, I occasionally love to paint. Sometimes painting pisses me off, depending on how the painting's going. And I have 15 pet birds. One also is a disabled bird that I take care of. And I love raising birds and spending time with my birds.
Okay. 15 birds.
Yes, all different types.
It seems so far the cosplayers I've talked to this weekend have lots of love for animals.
Oh yeah. So. Oh, we had Mango here yesterday. She loves her pets. Loves them so much.
One thing I really wanted to ask too, in terms of cosplay, what are some of the things that you find the most difficult?
Sometimes putting that stuff on. Sometimes there's too many parts. I'm talking to you, Hoyoverse. There's too many pieces, and sometimes I'm overstimulated. So honestly, sometimes wearing the costume is too much. Putting it on and wearing it is already, I'm good. It's difficult.
One side note, then, how do you deal with wigs? Because I can't
even keep this one on. She keeps on sliding up my forehead, so you shouldn't ask me that question. I literally see the bangs going up, and I'm like, come on, back down.
Okay. Because it gets so hot wearing this thing.
It's warm. You kind of just stop feeling it.
Okay. One last real question I really want to ask, and I love asking this question of a lot of the guests that I have. What are some advice that you would give to someone who wants to get into cosplay? And since you talk about a lot, also about photo shoots and editing photos, what advice do you have for someone who wants to get into a lot of that?
Advice is do it, don't wait. A lot of people wait for some reason. Don't, just do it. Nothing's that serious. We're playing dress up. So like, I didn't always have the accurate wig, or I did a really bad job sewing something, but I still wore it and had fun, and I have no regrets. So also, don't listen to other people or care about other people's opinion. No one else's sparkle is going to dim yours. So just be confident and have fun, and it's dress up. Nothing's that serious. Okay. And if people are taking it seriously, that's weird.
Well, what about the photo editing and photo shooting aspect of it?
Another thing, just do it, because the only way you'll learn and get better is if you're actively doing it. Like my first photos, they weren't that good, but I'm getting better and better as time goes on, and you take time to hone your craft. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Don't wait. Start now, because you need that time to level up.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Well, this is Ian Camilotes for Center Entertainment Media, and thank you for joining.